All right, guys. So today I don't really have a lot of time because I got stuff to do, especially. I'm gonna be very quick and brief, about like maybe 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes about Sonic Racing Crossworlds. We are about 2 months away from when Sonic Racing Crossworlds releases, and I am pretty hyped. Well, I don't know about hyped because this isn't a mainline series game. This is just a another multi crossover game like Sonic and Sega All Stars Racing Transformed, as well as Transformed and Sonic Riders. But there are a few things a lot of people are having a lot of issues about when it comes to this game. Specifically, people are getting very upset about the DLC characters not having any voice lines. Uh, I'd have to say I am glad that the DLC characters will not have voices. For me specifically, that would be uh, Sonic the Werehog. I cannot imagine Roger Craig Smith as Sonic the Hedgehog because it's unfortunately something that I just cannot entirely picture with because of uh I just realistically cannot see how the how Sonic could ever be voiced by uh Roger Craig Smith. I just realistically cannot think of anybody who could do Sonic better than Jason Griffith than him. He just does Sonic so much better, and I just cannot picture Werehog Sonic as Roger Craig Smith. So that's my take on it. Hey, Sonic Show. And so I I really just cannot think about who else can voice Sonic any better than Roger Craig Smith because it's just not something that I can really think about. That's just me, and I do not have any way to think about it. Yeah, the Jason Griffith is the our goat, and I mean, this is just my other gripe about it. People like to say that Roger Craig Smith is somehow a perfect Sonic voice. I realistically don't think that he's really a perfect Sonic voice. In fact, I think he's the worst voice out of the entire series because it's just literally Roger, just a more high pitched tone. Like, I mean, I could probably pull up some clips of Roger Craig Smith doing his voice acting from Sonic the Hedgehog and then just comparing it from any other of his basic roles. And I just realistically do not think that he is really that good of a voice. It's always the same thing. Like, people just don't seem to get it. Like, if you're going to do a job like voice acting, you got to provide a voice. You can't just give like your regular voice and then just increase the voice tone and go make it go up or down and call it as if it's good. Realistically, that's just not how that should work. It should really go as you got to provide a voice. You got to have a voice. You can't just make it your natural talking voice and then call it good. So, in my honest opinion, I am glad that the Sonic the Werehog will not have a voice in this game. And if Roger Craig Smith were to voice Sonic the Werehog, it would just sound like it would just be like sandpaper scraping on a chalkboard. Like, get that feeling when you have a piece of chalk and you can tell that it's just realistically Like I just cannot picture how Werehog Sonic will sound with Roger Craig Smith as as Werehog Sonic, because realistically that just sounds like screaming sandpaper with chalkboard material. So yeah, that's honestly I don't know. Like honestly, I'm not too upset though. I mean, a lot of people would say that this is just not good for the game because you don't really hear characters screaming. And I mean, like, say they don't want to really pay any of their people for some of the extra work. Like, some people, some voice actors would, some Sega would not do whatever will not do whatever it takes to pay their voice actors anything. Like, they do not want to pay their people anything. They do not want to have a budget. They just don't want to afford it. I mean, this is literally how companies just don't want to put effort into it. They don't want to do it, and honestly, I'm just. It's just really frustrating. So, but other than that, I'll spend like maybe the next 3 minutes, just have some dialogue with my audience, and yeah, that. I mean, I think from what I've seen, Sonic Racing Crossworlds looks like a pretty fun game. I pre-ordered its limited run PS4 version because honestly, this is the problematic issue that I just encountered with. So when limited run games released, their had finally shipped their uh, disc version of Sonic X Shadow Generations. It was basically just the regular day one edition that you can get at Target when it releases. And when I pre-ordered Sonic Shadow Generations, that's what I got. And so I basically bought that copy twice. And so I don't know what to do with this other copy of Sonic Shadow Generations I have, but right now it's just sitting on a shelf, mint condition, sealed, not even used. And so it really just depends. Yeah, that's yeah, it really sucks that companies just want to do that, but that's just me. But again, I'm not really too upset that Sonic the Werehog does not have a voice. I'm glad that he won't have a voice because I just cannot picture Roger doing Sonic the Werehog. Like, I think it's time that we have a whole cast change. Like, we realistically need to have a cast change because I just don't like Roger Craig Smith as Sonic. I'm not hating the guy for doing his job. Like, he got hired to voice Sonic, great, but I just don't think he's that good of a voice. It's really that bad. I mean, this is a true story, by the way. When Sonic Generations released, I saw a YouTube video about the cutscene of Sonic Generations, and when I heard his voice, I thought, "You better not be kidding me. He better not be that better not be Sonic's voice, because if that is, I am really really upset. I'm gonna be really upset about that." And to this very day, I am not impressed with Roger Craig Smith as Sonic. I still don't think he does a good Sonic. He is not a perfect Sonic voice. He realistically just doesn't have what it takes to be Sonic. He just does not sound good, and a lot of people can have their opinions about whether Roger is good or perfect. Realistically, I think that is just an unrealistic bias thing to say because he's not even really performing a voice. He's just talking in his normal his normal voice, but with just a more of a higher pitched tone. Like Kirk Thornton, at least he can put effort into trying to provide a shadow voice, similar to how Jason Griffith does it. And Mike Pollock as Eggman, that's voice acting. Like, that's how it's done. And that's just how it goes. Yeah, the $70 for the deluxe edition is a little bit overpriced, but back then when the Sega Genesis and the NES came out, all of those video game cartridges were like $70. So I this is just another definition of terrible business practices that Sega continues to follow. Like, I even saw another video talking about how limited run games is Sega needs to split from limited run games because from what limited run games said, they are delaying a bunch of Sonic Shadow Generations orders that they made to try to perfect their products. So, in my honest opinion, I do not entirely care because I know I'm getting my money's worth out of it. I am going the extra length to buy the limited merch that's going to come out of that because I already have the Japanese versions of the collector's edition and it is still mint condition. It's just sitting nicely, quietly on a shelf, and it's not going to be going anywhere anytime soon. And so, depending on exactly how many people want to defend or not defend it, it just really depends on what people want to get out of it. I mean, I'm getting out of most of it. Welcome, Jay. I mean, welcome. It's nice to have a few others join in. And I'm still waiting for Movie Tales and Mountain Chase. So we're only just about halfway there. We're still waiting on for their delivery, but hopefully at some point they will be coming in. Modern Tales was supposed to be First Four Figures. Modern Tales was supposed to be finally paid off in the 22nd of July, but they never went through it because they said that according to them, the final payment is going to be around the third quarter of this year, and I don't know. I think it just makes no sense for for them to just simply say like they'll take the payment and then just do that. So I mean, I don't think Silver was entirely wasted. I mean, he definitely I mean, despite the fact that the game that he Silver appeared in '06 kind of was a rough patch. I mean, there were some probably good moments. I mean, again, this is why I really think that we need to go back to the Four Kids era because you just had a lot more better going, especially story wise. Like Silver, he was definitely naive, but he at least was under the impression to do what he thought was right, even though it might have been wrong. It might be wrong to kill Sonic. So there's that. Forces Silver. I don't know. I haven't played Forces a lot. I've kind of not really been cared to play Forces. I've been more just saving myself for when the next Sonic games comes out. Like the moment Sonic Shadow Generations came out, I played that as much as I felt I can until I felt like I've done everything that I could possibly do. Like now it's just replayable valued replay value fodder. So there's really not much to do that. I mean, I prefer '06 a lot more over probably Rise of Lyric because '06 at least had something way better to go for. I'm going to try this. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's really time to have a new Sonic voice. I mean, if I had to pick amongst the many voices that are very new, I honestly wouldn't mind taking a Sonic Prime's voice actor. What's his name? Uh, Devin or something. I definitely pick him. He definitely at least had a little bit more to offer. Well, it's not a matter of that. Just Roger Craig Smith is really old. It's the problem is that he's just not a good voice. Like I can literally pull up a bunch of his clips of him just talking, and it's not even going to sound like any different. Like if you take his Captain America, then just apply his high pitched tone that he applies to Sonic. That's literally what Roger Craig's. That's literally what Roger Craig's voice is for Sonic. Yeah, Devin Mack. I don't think Ben Schwartz is really good for a video game Sonic. I mean, movie Sonic seems to be pretty good for it, but I don't think Ben Schwartz would be a real reasonable choice uh for video game Sonic specifically. Let's see, I got to figure out a little bit more about this app. Yeah, Roger has not even done the Werehog form yet, and I do not want Werehog Sonic to be voiced by Roger. It just does not sound. I just don't think he can do it. I mean, in my honest opinion, I think Frontiers did a far better choice for Roger's voice. Like, honestly, I think that was a far more better take than what he normally did for his voice. In my honest opinion, I think it was just so much more better. I mean, Sonic Frontiers is good music. I definitely like I'm Here, Undefeatable, Break Through It All, and definitely Find Your Flame. Those were definitely good tunes. I mean, if you could think about it, take Sonic's death scream from Sonic Generations, and compare that to Frontiers, or even what was it? I've maybe Sonic. I think it was Sonic Lost World. I think that one. I think Frontiers and Lost World had definitely better death screams than Roger did in Sonic Colors and Generations. I mean, that's at least my take. Well, I mean, if you think about it, Sonic Racing Crossworlds is actually getting a lot more popular than freaking Mario Kart World. Ironically, that's not something that you see every day because that's not really something how it should be because the Mario is probably one of the most popular video game icons out there, and it's kind of interesting how that goes. All right. Anyway, guys, for those who did stick around, I appreciate you guys joining in on this live stream, and there's apparently still other things that I got to do because at the moment I got to get some other stuff done. So yeah, that's my take on Sonic Racing Crossworlds, and I will see you guys the next time. Peace.